We'll do it live.
Okay.
Well,
It does this every single week. And then the second fire up, yeah, it's been doing this for the past month. And then the second fire up, everything's gonna be fine.
That's wild.
we'll do it live.
Okay.
Well,
No.
we'll do it live. F- it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nintendo Talk Live. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my most anticipated guest since my entire return for the past year, the most amazing guy of OK Beast that's basically giving me the runaround for the last year, Mr. Alex Van Aken. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Bobby? How are you, man?
I am very well. Hopefully, I think we should be okay in terms of, like, everything all technically wise. So we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully everything works out smooth. But how you been, man? How's things doing for you?
Things are great, man. Been really busy. Just been kind of one of those seasons where, like, everything in my life is, like, busy. Like, sometimes, like, it's work. Yeah, that's busy, but everything else over here isn't. It's like right now, it's like everything is, like, up here.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
I mean,
it's all good. That's
listen,
how it goes.
that's okay. Mr. Joey Splats is in the house. How you doing, sir?
Oh, what's up, Joey?
Been a long time since I saw you. I hope you're doing well. And then that other guy, Sean Caprice here, which I could care less about him. And then Jonathan Brown, who basically mocked me in the music thing the other day.
How could you?
It's like, come on, dude. He took it. I don't know if you saw. Like, I caught Mewtwo, and I like completely overreacted. I completely overreacted. He takes my squeal and turns it into a music track, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, dude. I gotta admit. So, for those that don't know, and if they don't know, they're basically living under a rock. What is it that you do exactly on these interwebs things?
I mean, I do what I talk about games over at okbeast.com. I make videos and host podcasts. And I don't know, that's kind of it. Like,
you're kind of underselling it. And I don't appreciate that at all. You do fantastic work, dude. Your
Thanks,
video
Bobby.
content, your editing skills are top notch. I would put you
Appreciate
up
it,
against a lot of the big dogs out there. Seriously. Like, I've seen your content and I'm just blown away. Literally. And Sean can tell you, like, when I first, so you went on We the Gamercast. That's how I found out who the hell you even were. And then you go on We the Gamercast, and I'm like, I gotta find out more about this guy. And then I see some of your content, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, this guy is fantastic. And like,
thanks, man.
Just seriously, like, I love what you do. Tony Baker, man, thank you so much for the for the 5 cents Canadian. Go ahead.
Let me scratch your back now, Bobby.
Oh.
I watch Nintendo Guru Daily every day.
Do you really?
I do. I don't always comment because I'm busy. But
are you the one person that downvotes it every time?
Yeah, every time. I made the joke the other day. Like, this whole time I've just been using my phone upside down, and I'm like, oh, I'm liking it. But no, like, my routine every day, I go get coffee. On Thursdays, I get my coffee. I listen to the Xbox track.
Okay, that's a mistake.
But I go get my coffee and I get a burrito because I'm unhealthy and I eat burritos too much. And that's like usually by the time I do that, that day's daily is up, or yesterday evening's daily is up.
That's awesome.
I forget how it all works out, but pretty much every time I do that, it's like, oh, got one right here. Right,
I like it, man. I like it. That's pretty awesome. So first off, I want to say hello to Sean's mom and dad. How are you doing, Mr. and Mrs. Capri? I love your son. It's amazing, and all that good stuff. Blessing is here. Hello, Blessing. How are you doing?
What's up, Bless?
And so, and then real quick, Tony Baker, thank you for the $5 Canadian, which is like 10 cents American. I appreciate that. No, sincerely, I really, truly appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Alex, I'm about to hit you with some questions. They're very simple questions. I think you should know the answers to them. If you don't, we got some serious problems going on.
Okay.
But let's try this out. So the first question I want to throw at you is, what is the first Nintendo console that you ever owned?
A original Game Boy.
Really? The brick one?
Yes.
The gray brick one?
Yeah, the brick one. The brick one. So my dad was a gamer, with a capital G gamer, and he had a Sega Master System and an Atari. So that was like, I was a Sega kid, regrettably. I didn't want to be a Sega kid, but I didn't have money. It's like, okay, I'll play Altered Beast and whatever else. I had a Looney Tunes game. It wasn't great. But then my first console, like they bought me specifically the old brick, the original Game Boy.
Yeah. How did you acquire such an amazing little handheld console?
I don't know. I just remember maybe Kmart.
No. I mean, like, who got it for you? Where did you get it? Like, not what store?
I don't know. It was a Target. Yeah, I think my dad got it for me because I remember we were moving. Oh, here's what it was. My parents got separated.
Okay.
And my dad was moving me across the state. And so I was all upset. He's like, let me get my kid a Game Boy. But yeah, it worked. I was happy.
And I think he realized he was already punishing you enough by giving you like the Sega Master System and all that stuff. So I think he was probably like,
he was aware.
We got to do something good for this kid.
Yeah.
What is the first Nintendo console that you bought with your own money?
GameCube.
Really?
Well, I had N64, but I didn't buy it with my money.
No. That's fine. That's how I'm looking. I'm basically looking with your own money. That's really that's pretty.
I think I sold. I sold like a bunch of. I think I had a bunch of Pokemon cards or something, and I had some decently priced cards.
Don't get me started.
And I think I sold some games too. Like I was very much into that. But
my life is
when I found out you could trade in games for money, it was a whole new world. I was like, $5 for Ocarina of Time. Let's do this, you know?
Meanwhile, you're like, now you're kicking yourself because you're like, dude, this thing's
right?
worth $80-$90 and I just gave it away for $5. And then the granddaddy of them all, the finale of it all. What is your favorite Nintendo console of them all?
Switch, without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's say if I took the Switch off the table. Because the Switch
N64.
The Switch is the easy answer. A lot of people.
The Switch is the easy answer. I'm living in it right now.
Spit all over myself. What is going on?
I noticed.
What the hell is going on here? Well, you got me all a little worked up, man. My apologies. That was horrible. I can't believe I did that. So the Switch is off table. N64 is your favorite console of all time?
Yeah, I think so.
What about it? Like, what was it that did it for you?
That was like the first home console system. Like I had the Sega Master System and all that, but when you introduced the N64, you know, I didn't really have a ton of money to buy games, so it was a lot of rentals. But like Diddy Kong Racing, obviously Ocarina, Super Mario 64, like the 3D games really got me. And that was like, whoa, this is really awesome compared to like I played, you know, compared to the other ones, you know.
So my question then is, are you excited for the possibility of an N64 Classic?
Yes.
Really?
Although I'm excited because I shouldn't be excited because I have a Raspberry Pi. You know, I can just play them all right now.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah.
You're
okay, I will say this. I pre-ordered. This isn't the PlayStation show, but I pre-ordered the PlayStation Classic, and then a week later, I was like, I don't need this. I canceled it.
You don't need it because you don't know what they're going to put in the thing.
I know. I mostly wanted to secure it for myself in case I wanted it.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But
so that's the questions. They're pretty simple. You know, it kind of tells me, it gives me a gauge,
little story
of what type of gamer you are, where you got your entry level and all that stuff. As funny as it is, Game Boy is actually the first console that I bought for myself. Yeah, man. I saved up some money and went to Toys R Us.
How much were they? I don't even.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I want to say they were like
150, something like that.
Something like that, like 189 maybe. I forget. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe 129, something like that. All I know is I got yelled at when I came home.
Really? Why?
Because my dad was like, "You bought that piece of garbage? Like you spent your money on that?" Like listen, it's a story I'm going to do for Free Flow Friday one day because it's actually a funny story how it all. And plus, every time my dad yells at me, which was all the time, it's kind of growing up.
That's awesome.
My dad was pretty brutal with me.
What game did you get with it? Was it Tetris?
Tetris came with it, but then I also bought Super Mario Land, which was the most horrible.
I think I had Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong, what was it? not country.
Donkey
There was a
Kong
Donkey
Land.
Kong game on.
Land. Donkey Kong
Land, yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Land. Which you got that thing late then.
Mm-hmm.
I got it like
I did.
day one.
Right on it.
Was like,
see, that was the thing. I was talking earlier with Mitch Power on his Growing Up Gaming podcast, and I was saying that it seemed like for the first probably 10 years of my life, like I was very late to every console. Like the Sega Master System I got when like the N64 was coming out.
oh my god.
Like that kind of thing. So
Your parents
but it was cool because I would get in there and there'd be a bunch of games ready to play.
Well, your parents didn't love you, was apparently what it was.
Yeah, exactly, right? Screw them.
So I was thinking today, I was like, driving down the road, and I was vlogging today, and I stopped for whatever reason, because I got wrapped, there's no for whatever reason, I got wrapped up watching Making a Murderer Season 2, and I just realized at one point, I'm like, dude, the whole day is shot, and I have not really vlogged, so I can't vlog today. But there was one point when I was driving down the road, and I was talking to the camera.
Yeah.
And I was talking about you. And I was talking about you being on the show and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I was also talking about some topics I wanted to talk about with you. Because I was like, okay, there's some things that I want to talk about, but I wasn't sure whether or not I really wanted to dive down the rabbit hole. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to be hanging out with Alex. I want to have the chat with you. So two kind of big things just went down with YouTubers / Nintendo influencers, and I wanted to kind of we'll start with the one, and then we'll move on to the second one. The one that I think affects you and I on some level would be the return of Philip Busen.
Yeah,
I didn't know what your feelings were about this all.
Yeah,
because let's be honest, this can kind of hit close to home for both of us.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, because if the dude was jacking our stuff, I'm sure we'd be a little upset, but...
Right. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would be.
I'd also be like, let me get those residuals,
That's what I'm saying. Like, steal my stuff, man. Like, please. Like, it'll put me...
Go for it.
Yeah, like, everybody will be like, this guy's awesome. This guy's a jerk. Like, look it up, you know what I mean? So...
So, when all the Philip Busen stuff was happening... I kind of just checked out of that conversation a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it was one of those things where it was just like a wall of noise. Like that's all, and rightfully so. That's all everyone was talking about,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
And so I was like, well, my opinion's not any different from anybody else's. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
I think looking back at it, like, and seeing how everything unfolded, and it's been what, 2 months now?
2 months, about that. Yeah.
I just feel, I don't know if I should, but I feel sorry for him. Like, not in a way like, maybe it's pity.
Yeah.
Like, and he brought it on himself.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, if I had spent all this time, I've spent about 3 years doing OKB stuff, and I'm sure he was doing it even longer.
Yeah.
And he had, like, what? A lot of subs, right?
Yeah, like
it was paying off for him.
60,000 or something like that. He was up there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. And just to see that all go and see that all disappear, and like he will never be able to write for a website again.
Mm-mm.
He will never be able to do. He's doing YouTube, but I guarantee it's
nothing what it was. I think as of yesterday, when I watched his return video, he was at like 18,000 views for that video. Which look, that's astonishing numbers. Like that's really high numbers. But when you think about it and you go, compared to his sub base and all that, like, is it really that high? And honestly, like, a lot of the people that were there were more there to take shots than they were to, watch the content.
Listen.
The thing that
was it an apology video?
It was like a review. No. It was like a review. He did a review. Well, he starts off and he kind of talks about, like, I've been gone for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he put an apology in the comments. Like, he pinned an apology there. But he didn't really get too much into the apology, like, on cam. He just basically, he glazes over it, and then he gets into a review of this new Bluetooth thing that they're basically coming out with for the Switch, which looks amazing. The guy does fantastic edit work. Like, he is very talented when it comes to, like, the production value of his videos. I'll give it to him all day long. Like, you and I, we know what it takes in order to do that stuff. So when I see someone's videos that are real slick, like, I just go like, oh my God, dude, this guy is talented as hell. But at the same time, I look at it like, here's my feeling. My feeling is go away. Like, you did something, you broke the cardinal rule. But at the same time, I'm like, rather than be one of those people that are like screaming and grabbing the pitchfork and all that stuff, my feeling is like, just let him do his thing and leave him alone. Just ignore him and let everything else go by the wayside, and everything will be okay. You know what I mean? So that's more or less. What the hell did you do? You changed cameras on me.
My camera was dying.
I'm like, what the hell, man? All of a sudden, I'm like, you switch. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is nuts. Like, don't listen. We don't need multiple camera angles here. Like, this is. And now I lost your voice. I don't have your voice. Are you there? I can't hear your voice. Oh my God, you're down. This is a mess.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know why I didn't change anything.
You're really low though.
I am. I'll turn up.
Okay.
So with Philip,
you're actually better now. It's crazy.
Okay.
Real quick. I just want to say what's up to JoJo and Crashy. How are you guys doing? Luke Lore, welcome to the party. How are you?
What's up, Luke? So with Philip, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he didn't handle it right, but his comeback, I would have expected so much more from that than just like picking up, like, let's do this. Here's my review for this. Like, you need to come back and own your stuff and really like man up to it and accept. I don't know. Like, I feel like he hasn't done that really. Like, he put up that BS apology 2 months ago, and now he's expecting, like, now he's back and he's like, oh, let's just do this.
My thing is and like, I went into the NVC group, and that, look, at IGN groups on Facebook are really, like, that's not the place you want to go a lot of times. Like, it's just very toxic, and people are tearing them apart. And my thing was like, look, guys, let's save the BS. Doesn't matter what apology he throws at you, you're not accepting it. Like, just let's stop the charades. Let's stop acting like you expect. Like, let's stop acting like you're mad at him now because that apology was BS. No, it doesn't matter what he does. He could have the most heartfelt, sincere apology, and there's going to be at least 15 to 100 people that are just tearing this guy down. Yeah, it is what it is. So my thing is like, do what you want to do, dude. Enjoy your life. Have fun. I'm not going to be a person that's there supporting you, and that's the answer to me. Like, I feel like this is basically a metaphor for our lives right now. It's like everybody just wants to grab the pitchfork and scream from the rafters. And it's like, nobody's listening to you. Like, I'm sorry. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. Like, you're the only people that want to hear it are the people that agree with you. The people that don't agree with you, they're not listening to you. And my thing is like, I would just rather, let's just live our lives, enjoy friendships, and just have a happy life. Like, I feel like this whole hating and fighting, and especially fighting over someone that, like, who cares what he did? I don't care. The only people that deservedly need to be mad at him are the people that he ripped off. Yeah. And the people at IGN. I have no skin in the game. He did nothing to me. I really didn't like him. Yeah, I not as a person. I mean, like, I didn't feel like he did any. Like, I feel like there's probably 15, 20 independent YouTubers and podcasters, like, just the people in our circles. There's so many people that are much better than him on podcasts. So I don't know.
Yeah, like, if I was in his situation, I know I wouldn't, and I loved YouTube. And even if I'd messed up, I know I would eventually, like, come back to that, right? Like, that's what I love. I get that. Yeah. I'm just like gonna let him do his thing, like you said.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The next one that I want to talk about real quick is, I don't know if you heard about this one. Do you know who C&D is?
Funny story about this. Okay. I was at PAX one year, and C&D was there. Okay. I had no clue who he was. I still don't know who he is.
Okay. Okay.
He had a group of fans that were there, and they're like, "Where's C&D? Where's C&D? I think that's C&D." And so Bless and I started being like very stupid and just like, C&D, like all this, like yelling out like we knew him, and like it was so stupid. So that's funny you bring him up.
So he basically what he did was he stood out in front of Nintendo for a month, Nintendo New York, to get the first Switch that came out. That's how he kind of got his notoriety.
I think I saw that video actually.
Yeah, and he so he did daily vlogs for a whole month. Like, it was entertaining, man. I would just come home. I would do exactly what you do. Come home from work, sit down. At the time, I was married, and me and the wife would sit there and watch his vlogs. Now, I still watch his vlogs occasionally, but he turned 21 last week. And the idea was he did a 24-hour stream, and then at the midnight mark, he was going to take a shot of alcohol.
Okay.
And at the last minute, he swaps the alcohol out and does a bong hit. So, obviously, he's catching some heat.
Oh, bro.
So my question is, do you feel like that's an issue in terms of being a Nintendo guy? Or is it, like, are we being hypocritical because he is a Nintendo guy?
As like a Nintendo ambassador, I just know they're very strict.
Yeah.
And so I get, it was the whole thing that he got in trouble. Like, he got
just people are just now doing YouTube videos and getting on him. Nintendo hasn't said anything about it right now. I'm sure they know about it. I don't know whether they pulled his ambassadorship or not. And they don't really officially pull an ambassadorship. They just stop giving you codes and all that stuff. Okay. You know, they like just basically treat you like you have the plague and stop giving you stuff.
I don't really see anything wrong with it. Like, especially like if that's what his audience expects. Like, if his audience is a bunch of kids,
they are young.
And he comes up,
they are young.
Oh, then that's a little more iffy because I'm of the opinion, like, luckily my audience isn't kids, but if it were a bunch of kids, like, I feel like I'd be very mindful of that stuff. Like, kids just, like, I was watching a documentary that Shane Dawson did on...
I just started watching this guy.
On Jake Paul.
I've been watching the same thing, dude. Been watching the same thing, dude.
So I won't spoil anything, but, like, one of the themes that comes up is, like, the manipulation of kids.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think you have to be, if you have a platform like that, and like C&D or obviously like the Paul brothers, like you have so much responsibility on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And I think that's when, like, I didn't know he had a bunch of kids watching. Like, that's why I said, that's not a big deal. Like, but if that's his main audience, then I'm not necessarily cool with that. Like, I don't think we're at a place, and I don't think children are at a place mentally, like, as far as their development goes, to discern between that kind of stuff. Like, what should I do? What should I not do? What's legal? What's not legal? Like, there's so many variables, especially with cannabis. I just not a good look.
Yeah, I think it's, and even though we are in the world of some states it's legal, which he was in Maine at the time, which I believe Maine is legal, so it wasn't like he did it illegally. But still, it's this quasi, like, you're sending a message to children. Like, I agree with a lot of what he was saying. Like, weed is so much better for you than alcohol. It's not like it doesn't destroy your body. It has all these good effects for you. Like, I get all that. I understand the talking points. I just feel like you're trying to sell this to young children, and it's a mistake. I think it's,
and I would say the same thing if somebody was like popping up like a Bud Light a ton, or like making a big deal about alcohol when your audience is kids. Like, it's not necessarily a weed thing for me. It's just like you gotta know what your audience can handle and deliver that.
I had a bigger issue when Tesla and everybody got on, you know,
Elon,
like Elon Musk. Like, I was just like, so what?
Those gifts of him smoking. That was hilarious.
I was just like, so what? The guy's a billionaire. What does he care what you think about him smoking? Like, so what? Who cares? And, like, the thing of it is I think he's from Germany or somewhere over there.
Somewhere,
yeah. And I think it's kind of more laid back over there than it is here. I mean, we're just uptight about everything, pretty much. Yeah. Like, you can't even breathe properly in the United States anymore. So, games wise, let's get into some real Nintendo talk now.
Let's do it.
So you said the Switch is your favorite console. Well, Nintendo console. Yeah. I don't care about the other two because they don't exist in my mind. But
absolutely right.
But, like, Have you had a chance to actually play the Switch, like traveling and all that stuff? Like, what's your go-to game when you're traveling?
Oh man, this year it's been. So I'm definitely that guy who's like, oh, cool indie game on the Switch. Let me pick it up.
Yeah.
Plays it 10 minutes.
And then
Oh,
puts it-
another indie game.
Yeah.
That's kind of me. I'm bad about that.
So,
but as far as like my habits, I play almost exclusively in portable mode.
Okay.
Always handheld for the most part, unless I'm streaming or something. So my go-to for a while was Breath of the Wild. Celeste was up there. I played that quite a bit. That's probably that's in my top 5 for this year. Of games that released. Did you play Golf Story?
Yes.
Golf Story is great.
I didn't beat it.
Either.
I got deep into it, but I love that game. That game is really good, man. Really solid game.
A lot of like roguelites and stuff. Like I played Dead Cells a whole bunch.
Dead Cells is so good.
When the Philip Mewson stuff came out, like that game got such a spotlight.
Oh my god!
And so I tried it out, and I haven't beaten the last boss yet because
I haven't beaten any bosses.
So I've made it to the final boss like 3 times. Got him down to like a quarter health, and the last time I had a frame drop on my Switch in that boss fight, and I got killed, and I put the game down, and I haven't picked it up since.
That's frustrating.
I was so angry.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
So if you do play in handheld a lot, I'm gonna recommend the Satisfy grip, dude. Heaven.
You gotta sell me on grips in general,
dude.
I feel
heaven, man, heaven, dude. It feels like you have a Pro Controller in your hands, even though it's the entire Switch. It feels so good, dude. And then they give you these little nubs for the Joy-Cons, for the analog sticks. Oh my god, dude. You slip them on and it feels like you're actually using like the Pro Controller now.
Dude, I'm a grip skeptic.
I'm telling you, man. I was as well. And I'm telling you, Alex.
I was once like you, Alex.
Get this thing. This thing is phenomenal, dude. I think it's only like $16 right now. It's like just go to satisfy.com and get it. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
That seems like it would lead somewhere else. But
well, it's not spelled like satisfy. I think it's like SATIFYE, something like that.
Okay, good clarification.
Yeah, you're gonna be porn like taking over the computer in a second.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add it to my Christmas list.
You should get it. I'm telling you, I love this thing. Like I'm telling you. And then there's the other thing too. So I use the Satisfy grip, right? And then I put this left Joy-Con with the D-pad in there.
Okay, you gotta show me that because
this is nice.
Like, here's my Switch right here.
Okay.
I'm not. These aren't great, but like they get the job done.
No. Listen.
No.
Alex, okay, Alex, let's have a conversation here.
Okay.
Back in the NES days, right? Back in my days, right?
Back in your day.
The D-pad was the go-to, right? So the analog. See, I feel like Sony ponies are all about that split D-pad thing. But like, no, seriously. For me, like when I'm playing like an 8-bit style game, this D-pad is awesome. So it doesn't.
I will say this infuriated me during Celeste.
I bet it did. Because the nice thing is this. Like, here's the thing. If I'm pushing right, okay, and then I have to push down, it's just a slide.
Yeah, you're just.
But if you're doing it with the Joy-Cons, it's like you have to actually push the button down.
You could do like this little maneuver.
The slide's not as good, dude. It's not as good. Trust me. This thing is so nice. But it's got all the same functions, except you can't play it like this. You know, you gotta play it like
I never do that anyway.
No, I don't either. It's so stupid. But it doesn't have motion controls, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is you're just using it for the D-pad. So when I was playing games like Alwa's Awakening, really good game. I was using the Switch grip and I was using the D-pad. So good, dude. $25.
It's
man.
the Hori one, right?
It's the Hori one. $25, man. Can't go wrong.
I'm gonna get that one for sure.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
As far as like Nintendo accessories, I'm not like. I am getting there was a kickstarted Bluetooth adapter, audio Bluetooth. I can't remember what it was.
That's what Philip just reviewed some Bluetooth adapter, and dude, it is
was
nice.
it Genkai?
You know what? Let me find out. I'll look it up and see what it is.
Yeah,
I'll go.
because like that's one of my biggest issues. Like if I on the rare occasion I do dock my Switch, like, not being able to put in headphones drives me nuts.
Dude, that's the main issue I have is I haven't found a nice set of headsets that work with it for me. Now I have used the Sony Golds. I like that. When I've played Fortnite, I've used them. I like it. You know, it's whatever. You know, he actually did. It's just a Nintendo Switch Bluetooth transmitter, Gully Tech.
No,
it's called it's GULITECH. It's called the Route Plus Pro. So it's basically this thing. It's like a transmitter that plugs into it looks like it goes into the USB, like the C slot, and then
has another one underneath you can charge it.
Yeah. It's a little different, but it looks kind of cool. I don't know. He said it works well, but again, I don't know if this is his review or somebody else's review. So I don't know. He's got a.
Can we get your sources?
Yeah, let me get your sources. He's got 31,000 views on it. He's got.
I just feel like you need. I don't mean to go back to that.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
If I were like strategically trying to make a comeback, it would not be 2 months after it happened.
And I wouldn't be reviewing a game or reviewing something. I would not be reviewing anything.
Let's do a Let's Play.
No, I would not at all. I'm telling you though, he's really. Man, he's talented. Like this review is so slick. So I'm gonna read you his apology. So it's the pinned post. It says, "Hey everyone, in the past several weeks, I have learned a multitude of hard lessons that continue to remind me of my missteps, and the steps that I need to take to make things right. I would like you to know that how truly sorry I am. I apologize to everyone personally affected, as well as the entire gaming community. From here on out, I will do everything in my power to make things right. I will continue to work on being a better person every day, and hope that will be reflected in my actions to come. Thank you, Philip." I feel like that's a good enough apology. I guess people want him to go like, "I'm a scumbag. I stole. I'm sorry." Like. I feel like
that's enough for them,
and that's what I'm saying. That would because that apology to me is like that's okay.
I think we just need time.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest.
Yeah, I think he needed to go away for a little bit longer. But you know what though? When's ever going to be the time to come back? It doesn't matter when he comes back. I
would have started a new channel and not have my face on there.
Doesn't he have a voice though that you kind of?
You can mask that. Like, I'm not. I sound so deceptive. Like,
I know you're like. I want to know what other channels you got going over there. Lloyd, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Lloyd. But yeah, like if my livelihood depended on it, I would get creative like that. You know.
Yeah, but the problem is that
I'm going to build a new audience. But
I mean, let's be honest. He's got 61,000 subs. He's got 31,000 views on that video. Now the question is what's the next video do? That's the big question. Because this question could have been, oh, Adam Leonard is here. This guy. Yeah, I gotta show you these, Alex. I just went to GameStop tonight. Look at these coins, dude. It's the show and tell portion of the show. But it's old school Mario.
That is cool.
Super Mario Brothers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with those?
I don't know. I don't know because I got blind packs. So I bought a bunch of them. They were on sale, half price.
Wait, so these are like cards, but they're coins.
Yeah, it comes in this little.
Cards, you know? It
comes in this. I guess they have a book. It's from Think Geek. I guess they have a book that you could buy to put them in. It was supposed to be like.
That's fun.
Yeah, there's 10 coins. One's like an ultra rare gold coin. It's the question block. I don't know, man. I went there today. I saw them. I was like, I'm going to buy 2 packs. And I went to the register, and the girl's like, hey, they're half off. And I'm like, oh, okay. Give me a bunch of packs then. Like an idiot. Like,
Dude,
you know.
I did that at Best Buy yesterday. I went in, and I was going to get Dark Souls on Switch. I did. And then it was one of those. This is the last time I did this was probably 5 years ago. Like, I never do this. But I was like, what is this over here? And walked out, ended up walking out with a DualShock,
Oh my
Dark Souls,
God.
and Soul Calibur.
What
And
in
I was
the
like,
hell?
but Extra Life is coming. We have to have games.
Yeah, right. That's what you told your wife when you walked in the door.
Nah, I took it from I'm saving up for a PC, so I
Mhm.
took it from my PC fund.
Yeah, right.
That I've been saving.
That's what you tell her. That's she's eyeballing you like, damn you, Alex. Listen, I've done the walk of shame. I know what it's about. I'm also divorced, so listen, be careful with that, all right?
I'll be careful.
It's, which, by the way, congratulations, man.
Thanks,
The
man.
post for the anniversary, that's pretty awesome.
I appreciate it.
I don't condone marriage. I hate women at the moment, so I can't necessarily for me to say congratulations, it means a lot. Trust me, it's a big deal.
I'll take it as such.
There you go. So for me, I'm trying to think here. Or I wanted to ask you, so Switch isn't your go-to console, right? I mean, you're basically a PS4 person or Xbox.
Lately it's been PS4, but I would consider myself a big Xbox fan.
Okay.
It's just they've kind of let me down on some things this generation.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends have just been playing on PS4, so that's kind of where I've been playing. But I wouldn't say I'm like a huge PlayStation fan. That's kind of where I've been playing.
Kind of where you are not because of want, but because of lack of games or lack of exclusives.
Yeah, I love Xbox exclusive. Forza's great. I'm having a lot of fun with that. But that's been really the only one this year that's really resonated with me.
Sean got me in it. Well, for Christmas, my wife, the final thing my wife gave me was was an Xbox One for Christmas, and
yeah.
So Sean was like, "Hey man, you gotta play Forza," and I'm like, "All right." So I bought Forza, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this game is so good, dude!"
It is, man.
It's like, oh my god, but I gotta get the new one.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I'm trying to plan out the next generation of consoles and figure out what I want to do, because Xbox is doing this whole play on PC and you can play crossplay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking next gen, I'm just going to go PC and play all the Xbox exclusives on there.
Yeah, but is that really what you want to do? Do you really want to play in front of your PC?
I kind of want to.
You do? You don't want to play on your 60-inch TV?
Okay. I'm in an apartment. My wife and I share the TV. It's nice. It'd be nice.
Oh, Alex, you really listen. Come to Jersey for a week. Let me teach you some things.
Okay.
I have two. Sean will tell you this because Sean was here last week. I have two.
I think I've seen photos.
Two
right above you.
TVs, two 50-inch 4K TVs side by side. It is the
Above
most.
you.
It is the most amazing thing. I stole the idea from Sean. Him and Chelsea had a game. They have a game room, and that's what they have. So I went and did the same thing. I was like, that's the first thing I'm doing. I literally, this is no lie. I had a 4K TV. Go to settlement on this place. Get done settlement, and I'm like, okay. I'm with my boy. I'm like, all right, we need to run around. We got to do some errands. Got to get electric on and all that stuff. Got to make sure all that stuff's taken care of. But then we're gonna go to Best Buy, and we went to go get lunch instead. And we're sitting at Red Robin across the street is Best Buy, and I order a TV while I'm at Red Robin. I'm like, all right, we get done, we gotta go pick up the TV. So it was, but I'm telling you, both side by side, amazing, dude.
I can't do the looking up thing at TVs. I've always preferred looking down. So I've got a small TV right here.
Yeah.
This is a second TV, but
Okay.
It's very small.
Yeah.
It's small by today's standards.
Yeah.
And it's not all that got some dead pixels. So I want to get some nice 1440p monitors because I need to upgrade my PC stuff.
1440p.
Yeah. I've got a big 4K in the living room. I don't need.
I love my TVs, man. I love Jesus. The retro nobody. How you doing, man? Yeah. So for me, I mean, obviously Nintendo is my start and my finish for most of the stuff. I have PS4. I have an Xbox One. I haven't even hooked them up yet. They're set up, ready to go. I just haven't hooked them up.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Well, it's what it is. It's just I don't feel like doing this, man. I don't feel like doing this. I'd rather listen to people like Adam Leonard get mad at me because I don't play Spider-Man. when something good comes out, Adam, I will buy it and I will play it. But there's nothing that Sony's doing that makes me have to go get. The truth is like I'm not a huge. Are you getting
Red Dead?
What's that?
Are you getting Red Dead?
Probably not at launch. I'm torn. Part of me wants it. Like part of me wants it bad, but I'm also thinking to myself, why not trade in my PS4, right, and my Xbox One. Get an Xbox One X, and then play Red Dead on that. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. And maybe I could get both. I mean, I could get a PS4 Pro and that one. That might be maybe that'll be my Christmas present to myself this year. Trade those two bombs in and get. Adam, stop with the what the F's and the what's. Like, stop flipping out, dude. Just relax. Spider-Man's hot trash in the summer. Just get over yourself and recognize that.
Listen, Spider-Man's really good.
No, I know.
There's a lot of things wrong with it, though.
First off, it's Spider-Man. That's the first thing.
Play a boss. All right.
Yeah,
there's a boss.
Yeah.
Big old boss.
Yeah.
End boss.
Yeah.
Last boss.
Yeah.
And a little tooltip shows up on the screen. Press left, L right, and L1, and you'll be able to beat him. Like, it tells you how to beat him. Like, it tells you the strategy.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, why
are you playing?
Yeah. And I've noticed this with a lot of games recently, too.
What are we, kiddie mode? Like, what is up with this? That's ridiculous. You know what? And that's why Adam likes it. Typical.
I think Tomb Raider might do the same thing. I can't remember. No, maybe not. I don't know.
I like to get people. I like to rattle the cages. That's my thing. I love to rattle cages. I am a fan of video games, and that's the truth. I love what Rockstar does. I love GTA. I would love it if they would bring GTA to the Switch. Listen, Adam, stop cursing in my chat.
This is children only.
There's children only. There's children here, man. It's the Nintendo Guru channel. Like, stop, man. Come on. I actually got a warning pop up. But it's for me, like, I would love GTA to come to the Switch. There's no reason in the world why it can't. I don't know why they haven't done it yet.
I love that, man.
I would be floored if that game comes. I would be so happy. But Red Dead, the thing with Red Dead is I know it's going to happen. If I'm going to play it, it's going to, like, take over my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's too much stuff for me to play on Nintendo that time when that comes out. Like, I'm buying Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. Like,
Me too.
I got all jacked up on this Pokemon stuff. My life was so much better before Pokemon came into it. I lived 20-something years without touching a Pokemon, not knowing what a Pokemon was. I knew Pikachu, and that was all I needed to know. And now, dude, I'm sitting out in the living room watching Making a Murderer 2 with my 3DS playing Pokemon Y. Like, why? That's the exact, like, why am I doing this? Like, it's horrible, dude. It's horrible.
Pokemon's great.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because now that I'm like this Pokemon trainer extraordinaire, do you play Pokemon Go?
No.
Did you ever?
Yes. I played it for like 2 or 3 months.
Okay. That's what I did too.
It ended when a Dragonite popped up on my screen, and I spent $10 on Pokeballs, flung every single one at him, didn't catch him. I was like, screw this game. I'm over it. And that was the last time I played Pokemon Go. That was back in 2016.
It's really good now. It's really good now. Like, they've changed a lot of stuff. Obviously, they're up to Gen 4 now, which is awesome. But the nice thing about it is you're hitting Pokestops. It's cool. Like, you have the stuff you need. You don't have to worry about anything, like having to buy stuff. Like, dude, my bags are full. Like, the money I'm spending is to upgrade my bags because my bags are constantly full. But the rating is amazing. Like,
really?
Oh my god, dude, it's so much fun. Dude, you get with a pack of people and you're just going to these gyms and just taking down the legendary. It's so much fun, dude.
Like, what is involved? Like, are you just tapping?
You're just tapping. But the thing of it is what's that?
Fast?
Yeah, you're tapping fast. You know what I mean? It's like
show me how fast you tap.
It's like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good with my right hand. My right hand's faster than my left, obviously. But you know, but truthfully, it's more the camaraderie than it is like I have a group of people that are on my phone, Facebook Messenger, that'll be like, hey man, there's a Mewtwo at this part of town. Let's go. And then you just like, we all just go and meet up and have a good time. Adam's upset because he said Spider-Man is trash and you're advocating Pokemon Go. Adam, listen, I'm sorry that Pokemon Go is a much better game than Spider-Man. Like, get over yourself over there. Like, even God of War isn't that good. Like, I don't like Zelda over God of War any day of the week. Like, you just need to figure it out.
I would agree with that. Just regularly. God of War was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like the story, like the things that happened, is like I felt like the pacing up was really awesome for the first 10 hours. Like, here's this, here's that, here's this. Whoa, look at that. And then it was like, let's go back here. Let's go back here. And I was like, I'm not into that.
He's taking over the chat. He's never here. He's only here for you. He's never here. I'm putting his kids through college, but he's never here. You know, it's like I buy more stuff off this guy than he just did more artwork for me today. I'll have to show you when the show's over so you can.
Dude, I was really impressed. Brandon got my stepdad had his profile done.
Amazing.
Rebel pilot.
Oh, dude, he does amazing stuff. I'm here for Alex. He likes me. I don't know about that. Like, trust me. There were some things said before we went on the air that you'd be surprised what he likes and doesn't like about you, Adam. No, I'll have to show you what he did. He did some pretty cool stuff, but it's insider info that nobody knows what's going on yet. Adam knows obviously because he did the work, but it's something I'm getting ready to kick off. This is what I want to say to you. So, OK Beast, they launched Patreon. Yeah. Dude, your Patreon video that you guys did was like the most slick thing I had seen in such a long time. Like, I felt like I was watching like a professional, like introduction to like.
I was worried about that video.
Oh, dude, that thing was so good, dude. So good, man. It was really well done, man. I love it. But did you do that video? That was all you?
Yeah. So a lot of the Patreon stuff, like the guys obviously helped plan it and all, but I kind of did all the graphic design and video stuff for it. Like, I kind of just took the lead on that, and they Bless helped out a lot behind the scenes and like made sure like proofed everything, and obviously they're giving their input and stuff.
Now you guys are.
I was really passionate about it and was just like, I'll take the lead.
You guys are doing really phenomenal stuff over there, man. I am impressed with the quality of work you guys are doing and everything. Like, you guys got a great team too, man. Like, I love Ian. Ian is really cool.
Ian's awesome.
Yeah. Blessing, he don't like me for whatever reason. Like, I try to send him tweets and stuff, and he just basically stiff arms me, and he's like, whatever, dude. You stay over there. You're Nintendo World, buddy.
It's because he's a PlayStation fan,
That's part of the problem. You know what I mean? He's like Adam Leonard over here. He's like, jabronis. They don't get it. So you do a podcast. You still do the podcast with your stepdad?
Yeah. Well,
you guys merged.
Yeah. Right.
That's right. You merged with when you went to OKB. When you did a Patreon, you merged that podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. But that's kind of, I got to tell you, man, like when you were talking about that with Sean and stuff, like I thought that was kind of interesting. Because let's be honest here. Like, most step parents, step children relationships are icy. And like, and here you are, like, having conversations with them. Like, I mean, I don't know if I should say this or not. Like, with my stepmom, dude, we don't get along. Like, I would choke her out before I would talk to her, like, for, on a podcast. But like I can't say that. My dad will kill me if. I already did. Whatever it is, it's out there. Whatever. Somebody's gonna clip it and put it out there. But no, like, so I'm impressed with that relationship, that dynamic that you guys have. That you guys, like, you use games to build a relationship with you guys.
Yeah, because it wasn't always strong. It was at times very, very rocky.
Yeah.
And yeah, through games, like we always had games, but like also when he first came in my life, I was like a moody teenager. I was like 13, and I was
Yeah.
like, screw this guy, you know.
Yeah, who's this guy trying to be my dad?
But he's cool. But I like playing Ghost Recon with him. So yeah, we definitely bonded over games. We bonded over Xbox, really.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were really into at the time, and yeah, when the 360 came out, like we both got 360s because back then Brandon was weird about kids touching his games. Like he was new to the stepdad role.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
He was like, "These are my games. You gotta get your own."
I don't blame him. Listen, if I ever went down that road again, and that woman had kids, don't touch my shit. Like, just back off. This ain't going down. Like you just stay in your lane. Don't touch my Switch. Don't touch my anything. Like, leave it alone. Like,
I'll get you a 2DS XL.
Like your mom will get you a 2DS. I'll guide your mom or your dad what to get you, but you don't touch my stuff. Like, stay away. Because I remember, like, so I have in my my dining room, I have like a painting of the Yankee Stadium, and I have like old baseball gloves, and then like I have these old baseballs. That my dad used to be a coach when I was a kid, and after every single year, he would give a baseball to the team, like he would, and have each player sign it. Well, I'm like, dude, I'm like 10 years old, 11 years old, and the babysitter's over, and I ran out of baseballs, and I loved baseballs.
Oh.
And just like the Sandlot, dude, just like the Sandlot, I take the baseballs out and I'm hitting them through the yard, dude. It's early morning. There's dew on the grass.
This is how bad it gets. You remember the dew on the
grass?
grass?
I remember because the balls, the signatures are getting smeared and stuff, and I'm like, my dad is going to kill me. And I go back in, right, and I'm like, I take the baseballs in, I put them away, and then my dad sees them. Like about a week later, he loses his mind, and they tell the babysitter, and then the babysitter like is giving me crap the next day, and I'm like, dude, I'm a kid, like I'm supposed to do this stuff. You're the one that let me do it. Like you're supposed to be smart enough to know that my dad wouldn't allow me to do. Like who? Like look at the signatures. Does it look like my dad let me play with these things? Like, they're perfect balls. Like, and you really think he let me go hit him with a baseball bat outside? Like, what's wrong with you?
That's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. That's on me. Whatever. I still got beat, but that's fine. Like, whatever. My dad beat me, man. It's good.
That's awesome.
So, how about your wife? Like, do you guys game a lot with together, or is she kind of like, eh?
No, she's never really been into games. She plays like we'll play Rocket League together.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the one game. I'm trying to think of if there's any others. Rocket League's really the one that we'll play together. I'm terrible at Rocket League, and she doesn't play games that often, so we'll just play against the computer. But like she has her own car built out, and it's been a while since we played, honestly. But and we'll play like occasionally. Like, we'll play like a Switch game, like a co-op game or something, like Mario Kart, you know. And it's funny, like I'm like, you would like games. Like she plays mobile games all the time. She's playing like a 2D Splatoon right now. I'm like, have you heard, like, play Splatoon?
Yeah.
But I think it's more so just like she enjoys like the relaxing, like more so like the game she play. It's almost like just like you can just let go somewhere else. And, like, you're not having to worry about a controller. And,
yeah.
Staying in the lane. Like it's more so just like a zen thing, you know.
We're gonna get her playing some Animal Crossing. When Animal Crossing comes out, we're gonna get her playing Animal Crossing, dude. So the direct. Okay, we're gonna get into this because I didn't realize you were a big Animal Crossing person, and you were like, you came to my show, which if I would have known, and next time. I'll bring you on, and we can actually do it together.
All right.
We can watch it together, and we can talk and all that stuff. But anyway, so you're like, dude, I'm crying. Like, you were, like, all upset. Well, not upset, but you were, like, all excited. And that's how I was. I was just, like, beside myself. But, like, what is Animal Crossing to you? Like, what's...
Man, I think it's something to do with, like, it's a lot of nostalgia. Like it's a lot of like thinking back, like GameCube. My friends would come over, like we'd all just sit there and play Animal Crossing, we had the Game Boy connector where you could go to the islands.
Yeah, man.
And like that's part of it. Like just it reminds me of like something. It's very romantic in a way to me. Like it just reminds me of like a time that I that's no longer here. You know.
That's how I feel. Anytime I'm playing, I'm like sitting there thinking about moments of my life with that game, especially the GameCube game. You know, like
the GameCube game is the one for me.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love New Leaf. I thought New Leaf was phenomenal. But
I bought a 3DS for New Leaf.
Yeah, dude, I bought a 3DS for it too, and then they decided we're gonna hold for 2 years and not put it out. And I'm like, what's going on here? I just spent $350 on this piece of trash, and I got nothing to play because you're telling me I gotta wait 2 years. No, yeah, that's for me. And the crazy thing is, like, I put like 600 hours into New Leaf. My wife had put like 800 hours into it.
Holy
like just
cow.
Insanity, dude.
Yeah.
And it was just like so much fun for me. And I look back at like the GameCube, just my relationship with my friend that got me to play it. You know, like months and months of him trying to force it on me. And I'm like, no means no, man. I don't know where you come from. But like when I say no, if he's like, to leave me alone, he's like, no, you gotta try it. And it's just like, like you said, it's that romance. It's just like that. There's certain things about that game that just makes you fall in love with it. And when you start to play the game and it starts to rekindle again, it starts to flash back to memories and stuff. It's like, oh, so
I got
good.
chills right now.
It's good, man. It's so good, dude.
And I think Animal Crossing, it was a novelty back then.
Yeah.
But I think it really plays into everything that it is now. But like the clock, like I thought that was such like a, oh my gosh, it's snowing in December. Like, and there's an event and I can go and do like, it just blew my mind back then. And I think that is one of the reasons I love Animal Crossing is I can pick it up at random times in my life. And it's like, there's something cool to do in it.
Yeah.
You know, the people that I've like helped out and the villagers, like they're all waiting for me. Like, it's very much like, and a lot of those characters have carried on to to further games. Like it's very much an act of like nostalgia for me.
Who's your favorite villager?
Probably, I don't know why. I love Tom Nook.
Tom, he's not a villager. I'm talking about a villager. I'm talking about an animal in the town, dude. Like that lives in the town.
Who was the I can't remember their name. The blue not hedgehog. It was like a wolf. That was always my favorite one. I'm not good with their names.
Is it Wolfgang?
It might be Wolfgang. I always like him.
Yeah. We're gonna say blue wolf in Animal Crossing. I think it is Wolfgang.
Yeah, no, I could have just searched it.
Yeah, you could have. It's all right. Is his name Sky?
Maybe?
There's one named Wolfgang. I know that. Is it the light gray or the dark gray?
The dark.
It's Wolfgang. But what I liked about with New Leaf was the Welcome Amiibo thing that they did. I don't know if you did the update.
No.
So, if you have the game, you can update for free. It's no big deal.
Oh,
you
really?
just download it. Yeah, it's free for people that owned it. But the coolest thing, dude, if you took, like, Wolf Link, or not even, like, if you took certain amiibo and you scanned them in, like, if you took the Ganon amiibo, you scanned it in, a little pig shows up, looks like Ganon. And his name's Ganon.
That is awesome.
Yes. You scan in, I think, the Rider amiibo, and Epona, a horse, shows up named Epona. And then, like, if you scan in, like,
That's wild.
Yeah, man. If you scan in the Squid Sisters, there's a Callie and Marie squirrel, like, squirrels that look like Callie and Marie that move into your town. It is so amazing, dude. So amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm sitting here looking through this list of characters. I think I remember Lopez being a favorite.
Okay.
Was there one like a Bree? Start with a B. Yeah, Bree, the mouse or whatever. I don't know.
The mice are horrible. You cannot.
Mice are great.
You can't be liking the mice. Come on. What's wrong with you? I do like Tom Nook. I am going to say that. I do like Tom Nook.
I like Tom. I like KK Slider. Like
Yeah, I like KK as
I
well.
like the titular character, not the titular, but like the featured characters that everyone knows.
I like
those
Brewster. Brewster's. I love Brewster. Dude.
Brewster's cool.
I'll go buy coffee every day just to go hang out with that dumbass. Like
It's been so long since I've played. Like New Leaf, I got it and I binged it for like months, and then the Switch came out and I was playing Zelda. Like I was very late on the 3DS train.
Oh my god, dude!
I know.
Animal Crossing was so so amazing, and the nice thing was like the island was back. Like I loved going to the island in Animal Crossing, in the new one.
The island was like it felt like such a secret. Like it was like no one else knows about this. Like,
I didn't know about it on the GameCube. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And then my buddy was like, "Hey man, you know about this island? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah." He called it the Money Island, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Dude, you just go out there. You can make all kind." And I'm like, "Doing what?" He's like, "Oh, you gotta have a game." And I'm like, "I'm not buying all that stuff. Like, you got me to get the game. That's as far as it goes. I'm not buying this stupid e-reader and this cable for my Game Boy Advance. Like, no."
So you could play. You got the e-reader. You could play it, or you could play it on Zelda Four Swords or whatever.
You do all kinds of stuff with the e-reader. You could actually scan cards in, right? And when you scan the cards in, I have some cards on my shelf back there. But you would scan the cards in, right? And then it would give you like different outfits.
Yep.
But you could also
scan. Animal Crossing came with them. With like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but then you could also scan in like NES games. And like play the NES games and stuff. So they had a lot of cool stuff with that game, with that whole thing.
So my in-laws are donating their GameCube to me, and so the first thing I've got a eBay cart of like all these watched. So the first games I'm gonna play, Animal Crossing is the number one.
No, you got to. Dude.
As soon as that GameCube arrives, I'm so excited.
You got to, man. You got to. I would love if they brought it. Man, if they brought that game to the Switch, like the original. To the Switch, sign me up, man. I'd give them $20.
Full price.
Well, yeah, I would pay. I'm that stupid.
I hope it wouldn't be that much, but I would.
No, I hope it wouldn't be that much, especially with other more advanced. But that game is just there was so much cool stuff to do. It like the morning exercises. You wake up, you go down to the beach or you go to the whatever, like throwing the coins into the fountain. Dude, working the lighthouse for Tortimer. Like just these little stupid things that they're
just errands, but it's
just amazing stuff. It was so much fun.
Zen. And like talking about the island again, like we didn't even think it was like we always thought it was just like made up.
Yeah,
we're like, oh, we'll get it, we'll try it out.
Yeah.
And I just remember the first time like the boat coming and just like and being able to like go. It was wild.
So with the Switch version, like what's one thing that you hope stays or is in it?
I would love to. Really, what I want from the Switch version is like I want to build an entire community, like outside of I want multiple towns and like have them all be interconnected.
That is so cool.
I think it'd be super.
I did like your idea. You said to me the one day, you were like, I would love it to be like where if I wanted to go to your town, I could just go. Like I would just go to the border of my town and just walk into your town.
Yeah.
And I would be okay with that as long as I could set permissions for that. Meaning, Alex can do whatever he wants to do in my town. And that's what it is. Adam Leonard can only pick weeds. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like, because the thing of it is, like, you don't want someone coming and tearing your town apart. Yeah. And I would even be as far as say, like, this person can run. This person can do this. Like, because the thing of it is, too, is, like, if I have a lot... I don't know how crazy you go with your town. But, dude, I have, like, hybrids out and all that stuff. And, like, I go nuts. Like, I start trying to build hybrids, like, immediately. Like, the first couple of days I'm buying flowers and I'm planting them to see, like, okay, this one and this one. 2 red roses can make a black rose. And I get a couple black roses and they can make gold roses. Like, I start doing all this crazy, stupid stuff. Actually, the black roses, you got to let them die or wither. And then you water them with a gold watering can and they turn to gold roses. And then they can't be destroyed.
I didn't even know you could get gold roses.
Yeah, dude. Listen, come hang with me, man. I'll teach you some stuff. It's nuts.
When do you think it's going to come out?
So I'm kind of torn on this one. I know that the rumors are stating it's going to come pretty early. Like, they're talking possibly March.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I know. That's the rumors. The rumors are March. I think we don't see it till probably right after summer. That's my...
Really?
Don't get me wrong. I don't want it then. I think the ideal time is February, March. I feel like the best time to launch that game is just as winter is getting ready to end. Because to me, that's my favorite moment of playing that game. When you're coming out of winter, and then because there's really not a whole lot to do. So if you do that, then it's kind of like everybody coming into the game, they're kind of getting a refresher. They're kind of slow process of picking up where they got to go again. And then once spring hits, it's like the gloves are off, man. You can run wild and do whatever you want to do. Like, so to me, that would be the ideal time for it. I just don't know if they'll do it then. They'll probably do it something stupid, like they'll do it in fall. So then I got to deal with all winter just wanting spring to be here because I don't time travel.
You don't? Yeah, I don't either. I like winter. I like all the lights once the holidays come. And
don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's nice, but listen. I like to fish.
You're like, I want to do stuff.
I want to fish. I want to collect bugs, and I can't do that in the wintertime. Like you can, you can do that. But the only thing you're catching are sea bass and stupid like nonsense stuff. Like nothing good. There's nothing good then. I also hope they change up. Like I hope they add more fish to it.
I hope they just add a lot more in general, like fish included.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more events.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know
the events were. So I don't know if you follow. Or if you know of Josh Thomas, he has a YouTube channel called A Bit Block.
I don't know.
And he does these videos called Make Believe.
Okay.
And he's a big Animal Crossing guy. So the first one he did a Make Believe, it was just basically this whole town. You should go check it out. Seriously, it's the most amazing thing ever, dude.
Pull it up.
He actually went and did this video where he pre-rendered everything and he built towns and all this stuff. And like, dude, there's animals moving around and all that. But then later on, he did another one where he spent so much time on the first one. He was like, I'm not going to do that again because the views didn't equate the amount of work I put into it. So he did another one where he just did like static images of a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he did was he was like, they should do, the guy that runs the fishing tournaments, he's like, he should have a fishing shop where you go to his shanty and like you can buy bait, and then let's say that you mix this bait and this bait together, the probabilities of catching like a stingray go up.
Yeah,
like that would be awesome if you could do that stuff.
Dude, I'm watching this video right now.
Is it amazing or what?
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
the guy's pretty stout, man. He does some good stuff. It's pretty awesome stuff.
I hope it comes. I think if I were them, I'd put it out early. So then you get a lot of the seasons going throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
End of the year, people have been raving about all the seasons so far. Like, you get more sale. I don't know.
See, my thing is this. I think if Nintendo's smart, you put it out early. Like, I would, if it was me, man, I'm putting it out January, February 2019. If it's ready. It might not even be ready yet. Who knows? But I'm putting it out as early as possible. And I'm going to use that as the game that people just play all year long. And then they may dip off to go play Yoshi, but they're going to come back to Animal Crossing. And then they may dip off to play Fire Emblem, but then they're going to go back to Animal Crossing. And like Animal Crossing would be the game, like Animal Crossing is the Zelda, you know, that like went the whole year. Like people played Zelda all year one and then would jump off to go play something, but then go back to Zelda. And then jump off to play this. And that would be the thing that I would do. It's just go that route.
It worked so well, like as far as like just, you know, word of mouth marketing. You know,
oh my god, dude! I think they're definitely going to do like a Animal Crossing Direct. That's just Animal Crossing focused, and that's it. Oh god, dude! I can't. I'm getting all worked up right now. So, Alex, thank you so much for coming on today, man. Thanks
for having me, man.
This was dream come true. I've been waiting for this for over a year. You've been.
We tried to make it happen in February, and I'm a terrible person.
Well, dude, that it also didn't help that like that's right around the time my wife left me and things started to get all rocky and wavy for me, and it was a mess for me.
Yeah.
And but now things are much better. Things are moving in a much more positive direction, and I'm happy and all that. So
good, man.
For me, I was like, this is good. Now's the time. And I was telling Sean this last night. I was like, because Sean and I did it if we ran Nintendo last night. And so I said to Sean, I go, Alex is the one guy. I said, so I'm booked like 2 months out. But I went to you first, and I was like, when do you want to be on? Like everybody else, I'm like, you got to come on this day. I'm like, is this day free for you? If it's free, you can come on. But you, I was like, when do you want to come on? You just tell me.
Man, I appreciate that.
Dude,
I really do, because it's been hectic lately, and I really wanted to come on.
Dude, I honestly, I respect you a lot. Like, I feel like because of what you're doing, quality of work wise, I respect you and admire you. So for me, when you give me compliments, it means something. Because I'm like, dude, this guy knows what he's talking about. It's one of these things that, like, I can draw, right? And my dad draws. So when I show my mom a drawing, my mom's like, oh, that's amazing. And I'm like, I'm looking at him like, it's not that good. And then, like, I draw something else. And my mom's like, that's amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's not that good. But then I show my dad stuff, and my dad flips out about it. And I'm like, that means something. Because he can draw. You know what I mean? Like, when people can't draw, they think everything you do is phenomenal. But when someone can draw, compliments you. So that's the way I feel. Like, a lot of people will see my YouTube stuff, and they love it, and they give me compliments, and I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. But it's not the same as, like, when somebody who you feel is really good gives you compliments. Yeah. Then it's like, hey, that means something. So
I appreciate that, dude.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Is your wife?
Sorry.
Your wife getting ready to kick
No,
you?
I think the cat was starting to come in.
Oh, Jesus. Real quick, let everybody know where they can find you at, find your work, all that good stuff.
I am over at okbeast.com. If you're looking for a gaming podcast, I host the OK Beast podcast that releases every Monday. I think it's a good show. I think we've really improved it over the last year. And if you're looking for a show, check it out. And then we do videos every Friday over at youtube.com/okbeast. And then I'm on Twitter at It's Van Aken. That's kind of everywhere.
That's good stuff. So you can check me out, follow me, just go to nintendoguru.com. That's all I really need to do. So
I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
If you're a fan of Fiona McKinnon, maybe you should stay tuned within the next week or two to okbeast.com.
No.
That's all I'll say.
No.
Maybe the next couple months you should stay tuned to the OK Beast podcast.
Wow.
okbeast.com. I'll just say that.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Wow.
Because I know she comes in here. I know she hangs with y'all.
I love Fiona. Fiona was actually on the show a couple months ago, about a month ago, something like that. And we were actually like kind of quasi talking about doing something together. It just didn't line up to what I was doing. I do want to do something with her in the future because she's awesome, dude. She's amazing. So that is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye, Preston.